OPC has been providing quality pest services since 1972. Protect your home and property and call OPC Pest Services for a free estimate at 969-9635 or visit opcpest.com. Again, that's 969-9635 or visit opcpest.com.
Hey, Card Nation, let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming, and whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
Make it rain! Make it rain!
When you're in pain, attorney Phil Rich makes it rain. Growing up in Louisville's Portland community, this Trinity and University of Louisville graduate knows how to fight for you. Whether you were injured in an accident or hurt on the job, Phil Rich specializes in personal injury, auto accidents, and workers' comp claims. Don't settle for less. Go with someone from this city. Remember, when you're in pain, Phil Rich makes it rain.
He makes it rain! It's raining! He's from Portland!
This is an advertisement.
That's his game. They don't get back. Hayward's look at his steal. Here's the steal. 3-on-1. Alley-oop. Oh, my goodness. Marcus Mason. And you certainly are in love with him here in Louisville. Marcus in the open floor. Hops incredible. Here comes Mason off the steal. Oh, my goodness.
You guys want to try one of these? I got an extra. Sparkling mango.
Marcus Mason.
Mango and black tea aha.
Never had it.
With caffeine. You want to try it?
Yeah.
It's solid.
And call in, I lay back and just listen to Marcus Mason. So sit back and relax and watch Maven. Break it down like this. Woo!
Broadcasting live from the OPC Pest Services studio. Time for Middays with Marcus Maben on 93.9 The Ville. Now,
I mean, it ain't a, what was it? The rocks thing, Toa? It ain't a Toa, but, you know, it's okay. Oh, shit. Go.
Welcome back.
Sorry, boys.
Welcome back. It's Middays with Marcus Maben. 8150 93.9 is the number. 93.9 is the station, and I don't know what's going on in the studio, but it sounds like it's going to be fun. Steve Rummage in the building, Nikki V in the booth.
I'm in, man. It's listen, it's good to be in here. You know, it's one of those days where, listen, anytime I switch cars, I forget everything in one car. So obviously I have the truck again. So now everything's fixed. By the way,
how off balance does that throw you when you don't have your headphones, or you just don't have it? You know.
Oh, right. Nothing. My biggest worry is I don't have my little tag in the truck today, and I'm like, do not sticker my car down there.
Is it worth the anxiety, Steve, or do you want to? Are you ready to test your strength against the parking people?
You know, I've thought about it, and maybe after the first break, I may go down there, and if I haven't been stickered, I may just pull up there and pay
it's not worth
$2,
and it's not worth the anxiety of.
And they're hard to get off. And like I'm just gonna say it on air. Like I may punch that guy. If he puts another sticker on my car.
You wanted
like
to
legitimately, yeah.
And listen, Nikki, I don't know if you've had that orange sticker on your car. You strike me as somebody who may have.
Who are you talking to?
After all, you are the boot.
I could literally like paint the car orange with the number of ones I've gotten.
And when they put that orange sticker on your car,
my soul hurts a little bit.
It's almost like it's a challenge. It's a, put it this way, it's as close as you can get to like fisticuffs.
Right.
with the parking enforcement.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you had envelopes, and there was nothing wrong with those envelopes. There was nothing wrong with pinning those envelopes right under the windshield like that. There was nothing wrong about that system.
You're talking about the sticker?
I've
actually only gotten one sticker.
Oh, me too.
It
was down here where I park every day, and one day
they put it right on his window.
Oh yeah, no, that one sucks.
And listen, when I say sticker, it's head to toe sticker. So we're talking,
I still have flex of it on my car.
and
It's not as bad as the boot sticker.
And
the
it's
boot
separate.
sticker like sticks with you. Like, I mean, I think it's actually part of me.
Oh,
Like
that's
it's
pretty
still,
funny.
Yeah, you have to get according to my dear friends, Mr. and Mrs. Brash, who stopped by Jack's, they said, because they just got one. They said the best way to get rid of it is like Dawn dish soap because it eats away the stickiness.
Really?
Fun fact. Yeah.
Really?
I haven't tried that. I just, squeegeed it angrily and ran it through the car wash 2 or 3 times, and eventually it comes off, but not entirely. There's still residue on my window. Bastards.
Well, Steve, did you get all that sticker juice off your?
I did finally. Yes. Yeah. I have a subscription over there to the car wash right across the street. Great car wash. They just don't pay me, so I'm not gonna say.
Does
But
it rhyme with pips?
no,
Don't try that, Nikki. Don't do that.
it actually
We don't.
doesn't.
We don't want people guessing it
What
either.
about Sykes?
We don't want people guessing.
No, it's
Keep
not that one
going.
either. It's actually, I've only saw 2 of these around town.
Okay,
Like,
car wash.
Okay, car wash though. It was driving. I go through there, and probably after I take the truck through there because it's like $35 for the month.
Mhm.
And I take the car through there probably twice a week.
Mhm.
Nothing like crazy. I don't go there like every day, but and it's just probably in the last 6 weeks or yeah, probably in the last 6 weeks is it probably come off.
Yeah, like not there.
Where it's actually been off there. So it's like, dude. Like, and the thing is, like, all the guys down there know us. So, like, if one of them were down there, they'd be like, "Hey, man, like, dude, he probably just forgot his thing.
Yeah.
Chill out, But it's the one guy.
And you know what I really don't like? When people are new to the job and start acting like they've been at the job longer than you.
Yes, yes.
So it's like you do realize, like, I remember when you were here interviewing, right? Like, dude, like I saw them showing you the rooms around the place. Like,
I know.
Yeah, maybe you should check what you're doing before you just go overboard with it.
I know.
So yeah, dude, it's like, dude, I remember when they were showing you which parking lots to monitor.
It freaking drive you crazy, man. So I'm like, don't come up in here like, hey, man, where's my stuff? Like, what do you? Bro, I worked here for 2 years for free. You talking to the wrong one? You talking to the wrong guy.
There's no empathy around here.
Yeah.
You must not know about me. You must not know about me.
Okay, so post Father's Day.
Yeah, Father's Day was awesome. We had a good time, man. Hung out with the boys. We went to church yesterday morning. Went to lunch with Pops, and of course, Mom came along too because she's like, "Y'all just ain't gonna have like that." Like Mom is kind of like one of the matriarchs right now, so she's like, "Y'all just like ain't gonna." Where y'all going? I don't know, probably somewhere good. Okay, well, like I'm going. So
listen,
all right.
It's funny you say that.
Like Charity's still young enough where it's like, yeah, go do the Father's Day thing, and then my mom's like, it don't work like that. Yeah.
No,
like,
what's funny about that is I was listening to Kwame Brown and he rearranged my whole like thought process on Father's
Nick,
Day.
for the love of God, don't listen to Kwame Brown. Your head would explode.
He's everything you hate. So listen, I'm listening to Kwame Brown, right? And like I said, he's a lot of people, don't like him for his masculinity. They challenge it often, right? So he's out somewhere on beautiful slopes of Colorado or something in summer, just beautiful scenery.
That is gorgeous, man.
Listen, he has the outdoor,
especially if you've had a candy bar.
Listen, right. He has the fire pit going,
like weed.
He's just kicked up.
That's about almond joy, dog.
Listen, he's just kicked up, right?
Yeah.
And they're like,
and weed.
Look, listen, and they're saying, hey, Kwame, they're trolling in this little YouTube. They're like, where your kids at? Why don't you have your kids? You're not a good father. You're not, right? And he says, where are my kids at? He was like, my kids ain't with me and ain't gonna be with me, right? And I was kind of like, whoa, like, that's a cancelable statement you just made. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm listening. And he's like, y'all still falling for that? And I'm like, okay, I'm listening. He said every year, for 20, 30 years, whatever. He's like, my baby mama on Mother's Day, she's out getting her nails done, her toes done. She's getting massages and spa. He said, you think they gonna stick all these kids with me on Father's Day? He said, no, Father's Day is for me to do some I want to do.
Let me tack onto that too really quick, because Saturday night, my mom or Saturday during the day, because see, my mom works during the week.
Mm-hmm.
So she doesn't get to keep the baby during the week, really.
Right.
And dad, look, my dad's one of them dudes, like, he'll just work till he dies. He's like, because when he doesn't work, he's like, I said, Dad, because he ain't quite old enough to retire, but he'll be able to retire in like 3 years.
Right.
I was like, you gonna retire? He's like, why? So I can sit around your mom, just give me jobs. He's like, I might as well. If I'm gonna work, go get paid.
Right.
So I'm like, all right, fair enough. But so she'll keep the baby. A lot of times he'll go over on Friday because she got the whole setup. So anyway, she was like, well, what you want for Father's Day? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, Charity works Saturday. Charity got me a new Costco membership, and that's the kind of crap I like. Yeah, whatever. Or shoes.
Right.
So, which, by the way, I know I'm going off on a couple tangents here, but we go on people ask, how do you go on so many vacations and stuff? I'm like, because we don't buy anything right here. Like, that's what we like to do, you know? So when Father's Day, I'm Costco membership.
Yeah, I don't buy anything until it's time to go buy stuff.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So anyways, I told my mom, I said, to Kwame Brown's point, I said, I don't know, just keep the baby on Saturday instead of Friday. She's like, oh yeah, what's going on? Nothing. That's the point. So I just took him over at noon, had the whole night to myself.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of dope.
Right.
It's like, it's fun, man. Like I didn't do anything. I sit around, I watch Stranger Things, order me some food, because I've been trying to eat a little better, Right. So I ordered me some nasty stuff, and I was like, let's just.
Yeah, he was like, he said it's 2022 and y'all still letting them sick them kids all over you. He said, Father's Day, you ain't supposed to be taking care of all them damn kids. He's like, what y'all think mothers do? She out with her girls, she having brunches and cocktails and with mimosas and all that good stuff. And guess what y'all doing? Taking care of the kids and giving mommy her time off on Mother's Day. If y'all think I wasn't going on my trip because my kids wanted to do something on Father's Day, you say, y'all a damn lie. I listened to that and I said, you know what? I do know. I mean,
it's your day, man. Whatever you want.
And here's the thing. It's never really, again, I've never been a holiday person, so it never affected me one way or the other. But seeing other people do it, just like, yeah, I'm gonna go give my kids and they're going to, do this, do that. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, okay, good point. Listen, I'll tell you what happened with me. I was chilling. Because everybody says, oh, what you doing for Father's Day? What you doing for Father's Day? I was like, I'm chilling, right? Cash App makes a certain little noise.
Mm-hmm.
So I was chilling. I heard, right?
Oh,
I said,
my register just opened.
Look, I said, well, I'm not doing a show right now. I'm like, maybe somebody was enjoying the show and in hindsight, bought me a drink or something.
Mm-hmm.
I go to my phone. I said, let's do it. Happy Father's Day.
I get gas now, baby.
Jalen, boom. Jalen just sponsored Father's Day.
Now be reminded, his son is now a multimillionaire after this last contract. Yeah.
Great cash, homie.
So it was like,
you can make up a number.
It was like
what you want.
It was like, yeah, Dad, go have yourself a time tonight.
Some really good text in here today.
Awesome.
This one's my favorite. Nick interrupts too much. I'd rather hear the talent. That text was funny. Let's see.
Have to subscribe.
I feel like Nikki hasn't even talked today. Oh man,
Nikki has not.
I feel like that was a stray.
Yeah, the only thing.
Your mom talks too much.
Listen,
Focus on the task at hand. How's that?
Listen, I want you to go make sure that that's not the same one that I almost read last week, Steve. Go make sure their previous ones aren't like super troll guys that end up saying, "Oh, don't ever change, Steve," because that guy, he's teetering.
No.
Or maybe they just don't like Nikki's stories.
This seems like a good texter. I think they just don't really care for Nick. And I did do. Listen, I did. What is it? Gaslight Nick a little bit right there.
With the Kwame,
I could have totally. I could have totally ignored that. I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna let him know.
Let's get started on Monday. Okay, so big stories coming out of the weekend, Steve.
Yeah, recruiting weekend, massive.
The only story coming out
Just listen, I was I felt creepy this weekend.
Oh,
I was
were you total stalker?
I was locked into Instagram Live. I was listening. Anytime it popped up, it was like Pierce Clarkson has started live. I was like, bang, and I would watch it. I just watched these.
I'm doing that now too.
Teenagers just get dressed in a locker room for hours.
Listen, I watched Jalen Withers talk about the different facial scrubs and I'm like, Marcus, either you're gonna go all the way in on Instagram or you're not. Because I've been trying to get myself to do it, and I'm just like, Marcus, either you're gonna do it or you're not. So I'm think they're starting to get me. They're starting to get me in the Instagram world. They're starting to get me in social media. I'm just gonna have to suck it up and join Metaverse all the way.
I know, because listen, I was totally like, I feel like I took an official visit to Louisville this weekend. It's like I knew I was with them wherever they went. I was there.
Okay, Steve.
Texter says he was just having fun.
I'm gonna want you to come back to
at you. Your mom's very nice.
I'm gonna want you to come back to the personal, local touch of the recruiting visit, right?
Yeah,
but just for really 1 second, because I don't want to forget or lose this. Outsiders didn't like this weekend for us. Repeat. Outsiders did not like the look of Louisville, Kentucky.
Well, they were saying it. They were. I mean,
what do you mean, Steve? Because maybe you can do a better job of describing. Because I know you saw what I saw.
Oh, you had. And let me start off like this. We can think whatever we think about Coach Satterfield, coaching wise. We can say, hey,
I need bigger butts.
I need to get it done this year. I still feel like there's a you're still on trial a little bit. Yeah,
judgment remains to
all
be seen.
That. But what you can say is, and he's the head coach, so he gets the credit for it.
Mm-hmm.
They know how to put on a recruiting weekend. I'll give them that, man.
That looked fun as hell, man.
Listen, they know what they are doing when it comes to recruiting. And then this weekend,
always be recruiting.
You've got Kentucky and you've got Clemson. And
oh, goodness.
Just pissing and moaning.
Oh, good. Give the people some kind of idea, Steve, when you say complaining and moaning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get that one out the radio as much as I can. When you say complaining and moaning, what are you speaking of, Steve?
Listen, just full. I mean, they've got planes. They're using airplanes. They're using cars. I don't know if you know what recruiting is.
We went so far over the top that I couldn't be prouder.
No, I know. It was awesome.
I couldn't be proud. Like, okay, put it this way. I put a note that, even the title, like Louisville put the NCAA on a dangerous notice. You hear me?
Yeah.
Louisville football put the college football world on a threat notice. If y'all want to do this, we can do this. And we have creative people. I've always said this about the rivalry, the Kentucky-Louisville rivalry. I always appreciated how much more creative Louisville is with their marketing, with their branding.
Absolutely.
I just feel like the diversity in comparison leads to creativeness.
Yeah.
I'll never ever forgive them trying to copy the BBN, the L1C4 by what was the thing they did? The BBN first.
It was
Kentucky friend.
It was something stupid, and then there was the DJ thing. It was like Louisville had the DJ. At the game,
right. You're right. It's those things right there. It's just like you're just a copycat.
I know,
right? Like, and you're not even hiding it.
I know.
And then the bird on bird.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just like. He's just a copycat.
I know. Okay. I agree. And then if you're Clemson, you're like, okay, one of your top receiver commits, decommits, and heads over to Louisville, and you're mad that it was better than it was better than what you did when he came in.
Yes. I don't like people who won't acknowledge they got us on that one.
I know.
This just you can admit, but again, this goes back to the original, the grounds of sports and everything else. They got you. Give it up.
I know.
Give it up. People like Nikki who try to take the handshake out of basketball is where it starts.
I know.
When you just say, hey, man, no, you go tell them, hey, you were the better man today. I'm going to go back to.
Making a whole lot of assumptions here, Mark.
Listen, that is where you start at. Hey, Louisville.
Yeah.
You were the better man on this one.
Well, and I know, I think this texter said something, and I thought I'd heard something about it. Like, I guess somebody from Alabama said something too, complaining about it, like
Twitter.
But that's perfect.
Yeah, right.
That's the attention you want to get,
Yeah, and it was, like I said, it was so many. I saw a great tweet that said, I can't believe how many college fan bases have a problem with Louisville's recruiting weekend. But here's the thing. It was so over the top. It was MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
But it was the superstar versions of MTV
Absolutely.
Cribs. Like, you remember how there was like Redman on Cribs and there was like Nelly on Cribs, and then you start finding out they were renting out some of these houses and stuff like that. But before there was Cribs, there was like the day in life.
Yeah.
And when you followed Jay around, and it's like G4, Bentley, Train,
yeah,
Bentley, G4, follow me for 48 hours. This is what we do.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, look,
so these kids came in and you actually put kids behind the wheels of some cars.
and it was incredible, man, because here's what you want to do. And this is why I commend the football staff so much for what they've done. You're taking these kids and you're showing them. And for anybody that's like, well, they use too many, the trinkets, I don't like it. Okay, you're taking kids that dream of playing in the pros.
No. I'm not going to let you just throw that out there.
Okay.
Because I saw that too.
Yeah.
I saw the criticism of dangling trinkets in front of young men.
Right.
And I'm like, who the hell do you think you are? You know what that is? That's the same guy. I don't want to pay a kid because he'll buy a chain. Or he doesn't deserve to make money off his name, image, and likeness.
Right.
Because I want to control what he does with his own money. That guy is jealous and envious of athletes that he can never become, period.
No, I agree, because here's the thing. They see things like that because that's a realistic possibility for them.
And
yeah,
any kid, any recruit that's like 4-star or better, he has someone around him that he knows that's driving that foreign.
Yeah.
Or is like I said, think about how many players Jair has been around.
Sure.
And they see Jair making crazy amounts of money. So that's like the first degree of separation between you and somebody.
Yeah.
So listen, we're boys on Instagram. So I almost feel like I'm riding shotgun with Jair, because that's my big homie,
yeah.
So this is not a trinket thing. I'm going to give you a physical touch in a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Listen, you are so close to accomplishing
this.
Yeah, to this stuff right here.
Right.
So yes, it's a motivating thing.
Absolutely.
No, you're not going to get a Bentley coming here, but we're going to.
Well, if you get an NIL deal with Bentley, you can.
Yeah, right,
I mean, that's up to you.
Right. But that's not like the agreement in the scholarship,
Yeah.
Yeah. So okay. So what are we saying? I'm still not finding the
I'm
problem
going to tell you, the local car shops, I'm thinking about buying me a car shop just because when Steve Rummage, listen, if Steve Rummage owned a car shop and I knew Ruben Owens was on campus this weekend, come pick out what you want. You can have it.
First game, it'll pay for itself.
But no, right. but this all does swing back around to, I just can't commend the staff enough.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy because I know how last year went, and me and you had a conversation about Coach Satterfield.
Multiple conversations
this weekend. And it's one where I have to start to say, maybe, I don't know if you want to go into it.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was pretty critical of him because I loved it. I'm a fan. I can't help it. They're losing.
Don't apologize for being
not
critical.
Happy. Yeah.
Because listen, if you haven't built up enough credibility to say, if y'all think my criticism of Scott Satterfield is because I don't like Scott Satterfield, then you don't know what you're talking about.
Sure. I mean, yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing. There's another side to that too. What if he's a beast? And what if and let me tell you
that's
why.
a longer road, yes.
Because let me tell you what started me on this.
Yeah, I don't want you to cheat this conversation by cutting it short.
Yeah. I did a podcast over the weekend.
A couple of people said it was really good, by the way.
Good.
Did you share it? Yep.
Yeah. Good. I did a segment with a guy down in Knoxville named Chase Thomas. He did a great job. And so we're talking a little football. And I'm like, I think things are on the up and up. It was like, good recruiting class. We feel good about this season. They did a great job in the transfer portal. I mean, a great job in the transfer portal. So I'm like, we feeling pretty good. He was like, man, I'm going to tell you. He's like, I think it's Scott Satterfield. He said, I think he's a great coach. I think he's a great coach, man.
We've always said it takes an outsider.
I know. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, I said, the way I'm thinking, kind of saying it and thinking, I'm like, the way last season ended, I mean, I got to give him credit. I didn't think there was any way you could build a lot of excitement. I thought it was going to be, okay, let's see how many you win this year, and then we'll talk. Yep. Yeah. But it got my wheels turning. And I said, okay, what if Scott Satterfield is really a beast in this thing? What if he went out, made changes to the coaching staff, said, no, I believe in Brian Brown. I don't care what y'all say. He's good. You're going to see it eventually. Like, he's good. I'm going to stick with him. I'm going to bring in an OG, crime dog to help him. But listen, Brian Brown's in his 30s. The dude's awesome. Okay. I'm sticking with him.
Mm-hmm.
I do think I need to change here. Lance Thomas, I need to bring him in here. Lance Taylor, I'm sorry. I need to bring him in here out of Notre Dame. I'm going to go get Souders. By the way, Souders was teaching. He hosted a strength and conditioning clinic. Up in Cincinnati over the weekend or over last week. Like, I mean, he's a major piece in that. So I'm going to go get from Georgia. I'm going to go get from Notre Dame. I'm going to go get. What if? It's just a what if. What if Coach Satterfield is a guy who just is learning the Power Five, is learning the big time program, who is learning, but he's got all the tools.
Yeah.
But he's saying, okay, I need to change this. I need to change this. Okay, that's not working. I got to tweak that. And we're slowly seeing what we said in the very beginning. He's a football guy.
Yep.
Dabo was a football guy.
Yep.
He's a football guy that can connect to young black athletes. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big deal.
That's not
if your country white folk coach, guy like Dabo or the way Satterfield is, but can connect with young black athletes.
Has a good disposition of empathy.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand what your goal is.
Yes.
And I've seen it, and this is how you get it done.
Absolutely. And this weekend, and not just this weekend, I mean, because they've had some massive recruiting weekends. I've started to kind of question maybe my own self a little bit and say, you know what? Maybe he's a monster in this thing that's evolving.
Once you started going down the alternate universe.
Yeah.
Because like I said, you mad season. I earned the right to live in a pissed off or in an angry universe. I earned that right to live in an angry football universe where I needed changes, where I needed, size wise, I needed these things. So I think we all are in it well within our rights, critique wise, criticism, support wise. I think we're entitled to our extreme swings.
Yep.
So alternate universe. Maybe those close games is a little more hindsight 2020.
Mm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Marcus, if he hands that ball off 3 times and we get stuffed, I'll say your quarterback is leading the country in touchdowns scored. You handed that ball off. Man, listen, and I'm exploring what an alternate universe would be like if I was just a fair, an outsider in an alternate universe, right?
Yeah.
So then, I think you made the comment like, what if he is closer to Dabo, than we think, right? So this is what Steve says. So when Steve says that, Nikki, I say, okay, I'm going to make Scotterfield closer to Dabo, right? Then I'm going to go back to my complaining about the lineman, right? Then I'm going to go back to watching Clemson, and I watch playmakers, right?
When they were still Clemsoning.
When they were Clemsoning, right?
Yeah.
And then you know what I started seeing, Steve? A bunch of defensive ends that look more like basketball players, right?
Mm-hmm.
I started remembering that. I was like, I remember Clemson just being kind of like tall and skinny, right?
Yeah.
Then they started getting like 2. I watched them from every spot outside of the four, 2 offensive interior guys and 2 defensive interior guys. Those were like the last people to look like SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was like tall and skinny.
Yeah.
And I was just like, if you go back to a Clemson before, like pre-championship Clemson, you had these long, skinny wide receivers and quarterbacks, and they just looked skinny, And I'm like, okay, Marcus, let's go back and be fair. Just like, okay, are my guys getting taller? Are they getting, I'm complaining about their rear end size, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, maybe you need 4 of the real solid, sturdy rear end guys, but maybe your other stuff is coming around about the same speed. It's like I say, it's an alternate alternate universe is being unfair because it's like saying in a dream world, it's just the fork in the road of saying,
well, because it actually happened.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, okay, do you hold to this path?
And there is substance saying it's actually happening right now here. When you look, because Clemson is what did they do? They went and they got a CJ Spiller, and then they got a DeAndre Hopkins.
But like you said, it just took 1 or 2 per class to say, oh,
get
that's
a piece here, a piece there.
A best in the country dude.
Yes.
He turned down Florida State and went to Clemson. You're like, uh-oh.
Yes. Yeah,
How did they get him?
Right. And it's one of those things where now Louisville is already gotten a couple of those guys. There's potential to get more. But I'm saying, like, is there a chance that we're watching a swing here? Like, and again, I'm not predicting them to go to the playoff this year.
Or consistent growth.
Yeah.
And your hand is on the panic button, but maybe you lift it up a little bit.
Because
maybe
here's what we know.
On.
What we know is you give him some pros, he can go win. Year 1, Tutu Atwell. You got Javian Hawkins. You've got Mekhi Becton.
I'm sorry. I think you should have started with Mekhi.
Well, yeah, I mean, sure.
Only because he started with Mekhi.
Mm-hmm.
Second one.
Yeah.
You remember that, Nick? Like he came in here and he went, day 1, second one, Satterfield comes in here. Okay, who's that? We're going to be running behind him the whole time. Boom.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? He can play. You. Boom, boom.
Well, and if you remember the thing, what was it, the season or whatever? It was another football purist type thing where Coach Satterfield, he went to Ledford and he said, "What side?" And Ledford was like, "Listen, You need, basically, Ledford said, you need something, go to that left side. That's where we're going to run behind. Okay, all right, let's do it. I'm going to write my offense up behind that.
I'm going to design my offense as that's my baseline.
Because the one thing we've never questioned is, can he run offense? Even at Steve and Marcus's angriest last year against Virginia, okay, for instance, Steve and Marcus still said, I mean, he did draw up a bomb. If Harold catches it, I mean, game's over. I mean, he drew it up perfect timing. And it's just, it was right there.
Yeah, you don't get that fumble. Who's my man started stepping up? Hassan.
Yeah.
Can't fumble the ball.
I know.
And Satterfield can look at his stat sheet and look at everything and say, Marcus, if he doesn't fumble that ball, we're up 10.
Yeah.
My 3-man pass rush, I was gonna get a pick.
Yeah.
Right. It's up 10 versus up 3.
Yeah.
Huh. You know, say up 10 turns it up 17. Up 3 turns into they're gonna run the ball all the way up to the court.
Yeah.
Up the field and score late.
Yeah.
Because my guy dropped the ball. But and what's fair about what you said is I said that with Bobby Petrino. I said, dude, he cannot draw up a better play than, you know, when Petrino, when that season went off the rails on that interception, that late interception that Puma threw.
Yeah, but I mean, even that kind of annoyed me to a touch, because I'm like, we've watched Bobby do that for years. Like, everybody just acted like that was like some surprising. Well, he should have just run. Okay, well, yeah, but I mean, how many times have we watched Bobby seal the game with he'd been running it?
The play action leak out to the tight end.
Little dump, boom.
Game over.
Game over. I mean, you make that play. I mean, it was a sensible play. You make that play, you win the game. I mean,
I remember saying they led the country in drops. They led the country in drops. Well, you should change the players to put out there, and it's like, oh man, that's not his fault though. He's drawing up perfect plays.
I know.
That's when you just wanted Bobby. You just hated him. So the point to this conversation is, if
maybe unfold your arms a touch. Maybe, listen, I'm not saying that there is a full-blown, nor should there be just a blind embrace between Satterfield and the fans. Like, there's obviously a little bit of a standoff there. Like, we're waiting to see. But maybe we unfold the arms a touch. Maybe just watch the game's arms unfolded.
Quick commercial break. Middays with Marcus Maben. Syracuse. On 939 The Ville. Hey, Card Nation. Let's be honest. The real estate market in Kentucky is booming. And whether you want to buy or sell a home, now is the perfect time to do it. With interest rates at an all-time low and programs that can get you in a home for no money down. Want to learn more? It's simple. Just call Derek A. Stewart with Dream JP Pirtle. Derek is available virtually around the clock to listen, understand, and help you with all your realtor needs. So don't waste another second. Call Derek A. Stewart at 502-314-9868 today.
It's time to explore spirit barrel-aged wines from Robert Mondavi Private Selection. Each wine brings together meticulous winemaking with the time-honored tradition of aging fine spirits in oak casks. Try unique bourbon barrel-aged Cabernet Sauvignon and Chardonnay, rum barrel-aged Merlot, and rye barrel-aged red blend. Support local retailers and get delivery or pick up spirits barrel-aged wine from Robert Mondavi Private Selection today. Please enjoy our wines responsibly. 2021 Robert Mondavi, Campo, California.
Imagine your bright career when you join the U of L Health Team. Now, imagine receiving free tuition to the University of Louisville. At U of L Health, we believe in investing in you and the power of education. So now, your U of L Health family has college tuition covered for all employees and their families. Just imagine the possibilities. For details, visit uoflhealth.org/imagine. That's the power of you.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold craft, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about Four Pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Interest rates may be rising elsewhere, but not at Genesis Diamond. Now through June 18, you can get 0 interest for 5 whole years. That's right. Buy now, pay nothing down, and spread your payments over 5 years without a dime in interest. Only Genesis can make an offer like this on rings, earrings, pendants, bands, designer jewelry, even GIA certified diamonds. There's just one catch. This is a limited time offer and it ends June 18. 5 years, 0 interest financing with nothing down at Genesis Diamonds, Shelbyville Road Plaza on approved credit.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com, and be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
People-friendly equipment, technology, and service for all of your print communication needs. Look no further.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Copy, scan, fax, send, or mail. Your unduplicated professionals can simplify the process with world-class network business machines from Ricoh and Savin. High-quality office equipment solutions and services, and the fairest possible price always for you. That's our commitment.
For today and tomorrow.
And our commitment continues from our commercial print and mailing division, Derby City Litho. Check out the 7110 Ricoh graphic print system, providing superior color output to include spot varnish options. Duplicator sales, Derby City Litho. Corporate mailing systems, Ricoh and Savin.
Just Whistle for duplicator sales and service.
Phone 589-5555. Online at duplicatorsales.net. 831 East Broadway in Louisville, with offices in Elizabethtown and Lexington.
This is Lamar Jackson. You're listening to the home of the Ravens in Louisville, 93.9 The Ville.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano. The Sports Center update brought to you by Ale 81, Kentucky's original ginger soft drink since 1926. U.S. Open, won by Matt Fitzpatrick. U of L alum Adam Hadwin finished tied for 7th, however. He finished at 1 under. St. X alum Justin Thomas tied for 37th at 7 over. The Diamond, Milwaukee completing the sweep of the Reds, winning 6-3 yesterday. It got started early by an RBI double from Rowdy Tellez.
And here's a line drive into right center field. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. Yelich could walk home if he wanted to. Tellez turns first and jogs into second with an RBI double. And the Brewers with an early 1-0 lead.
WTMJ with the call there. The Reds, they start a series with Perrin's Dodgers tomorrow. The Bats, they beat Durham in a series finale, winning 5-4. They'll start a series with the Iowa Cubbies tomorrow, 7:05. And on the pitch, Racing Louisville drew with Washington 2-2. Lou City, they top Orange County 3-1. More middays with Marcus Maben. Next, I'm talking slowly because I ran out of stuff to read. My name's Nick Valvano. You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, and this is Sports Center.
Download the ESPN Louisville app. Search ESPN Louisville for streaming, podcasts, and the latest program schedule.
If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your local Liquor Barn store to schedule your pickup or delivery to get what you need to stock the bar. If it's your birthday month, make sure to visit liquorbarn.com for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you might win an opportunity to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn can help you bring the celebration to your cookout, tailgate, or game watch party. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
Tired of jumping from job to job? How about a career in a recession-proof industry where you can make a difference and help create a healthier living and working environment? The pest management industry gives you the opportunity to work with more independence. OPC Pest Services will give you a chance to grow with advancement. Come be a part of our team at OPC Pest Services. Apply online at opcpest.com/careers. That's opcpest.com/careers.
Save on your next project with 11% off everything at Menards. Light up your garage or workspace.
Oh, I got a story about the restaurant and fried chicken. And
yes, save it.
Menards great selection.
Don't.
Oh, I'm not telling it on the air. You kidding me? You out of your fucking mind?
Utility lighting is 11% off now at Menards.
Now they know you're sitting on some racially insensitive fried chicken story.
Oh no. The furthest thing. It was a dangerously close mispronunciation. That's all it was. But a delicious secret item on the menu that we just came up with.
That's awesome.
Fine.
I have gotten confirmation from over there at the football complex that there will be more.
It's good.
There will be more angry fan bases at the University of Louisville in the coming months.
I like it.
So that's a little bit of confirmation, and I did pass along a message that we are here for it, Steve.
Yeah, we are absolutely here for it.
So for people who didn't know, I don't know if you saw the videos or not, if you should follow the Louisville football account on Twitter. Like if you really like the updates, I mean, sometimes you don't have to wait for us to pass them along. Although we do give you great interpretation of, the momentum that's going on. But people, if you didn't get a chance to see some of the recruiting videos, they were awesome.
Oh, they were amazing.
They were, I mean, again, like imagine Hype Williams or a Puffy video circa 98.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison.
Right.
Yeah, that's a pretty good comparison.
Yeah, Puffy video 98, and listen, the weather. Totally. I got worried because what was it, Friday that was bad?
Yeah, when they first got here, it was kind of, I was like, oh man, here comes these storms rolling in. Because we're big on just weather.
Weather leaves an impression,
or even ambiance. Like even if it's cold, you want it to be sunny. You want it to be pretty outside. Like
it matters, y'all.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know how I can just.
It's like when you're going to buy a house. When you're going through a neighborhood or something and you're looking at a house and it's gloomy and stormy, it kind of leaves I don't know how much I like it, whereas when you go somewhere and it's beautiful, I mean, I say it all the time. The first time we went back in Norton Commons, like it was just beautiful. We were with Charity's uncle.
I got to be here.
Oh, it was amazing. Everything was perfect.
Yeah, your brain naturally sees you playing in sunny weather and sunshine.
Yeah. If you went back there and it's nasty and raining and disgusting, you're like,
yeah. I'm telling you, Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah,
I would add that if I'm a coach or a leader, I'm like, hey, we do everything according to this to reduce the possibility.
Canadian crop.
Sorry, guys.
Well, that texter was right.
You what was that? First of all, what was that?
It was wrestling.
You
right?
owe them an explanation.
Was it
No. It was a Max Verstappen won the Canadian Grand Prix, and I didn't realize my little potty thing was up. So sorry.
So you're back there watching the Canadian Grand Prix.
Well, okay.
During the most popular radio show in the state. No offense, Drew.
Do you hear what we're dealing with?
The most popular show in the state of Kentucky. You're looking at Canadian Grand Prix highlights.
Well, all right.
Were you doing that for the Sports Center?
It's no. It was. I was actually thinking about maybe using it for my next Sports Center soundbite, but I'm logged in as Pat Jaggers just to piss you guys off. But I'm logged in as Pat Jaggers on the Twitter, so the algorithm it's just racing and ED supplements. It's weird. So yeah.
He said, was you doing it for Sports Center? No, I was doing it for my next Sports Center. And okay.
No. I wanted to see if this clip actually played because it's funny, but it was only like 20 seconds. So I apologize. I didn't realize it was. Yeah.
Just to get
Sorry,
back.
bang,
Okay,
bang,
so now I'm gonna
everybody.
get my thought back on track.
Yeah. All right.
Just like Max Verstappen, who won the Canadian Grand Prix.
So, as I was saying,
do they do that?
Message is that a competition?
I've pissed excellence. I don't know if I've ever had a Grand Prix though.
Beacon, NCAA, how are they getting those kids? I'm glad these graphics are going out.
Yeah.
So it kind of, in my mind, it's kind of the shut up. Like, no, we're not just doing a Daddy Warbucks, pay everybody. No, I want y'all to see some creativity. Like, even if we were just like NIL-ing everybody to death, these videos that look fun kind of give you a pass. You know what I'm saying? Like when you see, here's the problem. The elites don't have to answer this question.
Yeah.
And it gets on my nerves. The elite football program.
Yeah.
They could literally have paid every single player an NIL deal, right?
Yeah.
But you can't accuse them of buying everybody. Because they're just like, oh, we're Alabama, we're so-and-so, we're Texas, we're Oklahoma. Yeah, we don't have to pay anybody, even if they did pay everybody.
Yeah.
So you have to have some kind of smoke screen to say, hey, no, or maybe they just want to play here for the tradition, or maybe they play here because we're a new exciting brand and Adidas is awesome, and things like that. So when you put that video out, it says, we're just,
well, they put together music videos for each one of them. They were all tagging Jack Harlow. I mean,
they were being Jack Harlow in the videos.
Yeah. Right.
Listen, if Jack Harlow was a Louisville player, this is what the video would look like.
I know.
I got to say this one thing though, Steve. It's very, very awkward and uncomfortable, especially about the delegation.
Okay.
So y'all two can sit this one out. It's okay. Sit it out.
Okay.
For your own good.
Okay. Let's do that.
I'm speaking on the behalf of the delegation here.
Trust me, Nick is not involved in the show.
So
you guys want to, Steve? You want to get a coffee?
Yeah,
Louisville football. Thank you. You helped me dodge a bullet because there's like a Nikki in our delegation who's just sitting and waiting to pop out of the trees and cancel you for something, right? It's these people. It's these people that are waiting in the bushes. And listen, they're from my delegation. Okay, so I'll let you know. It's the over the top. What do you mean, you people guy? And I'm just like, don't bring that in here today, right? Mm-hmm. That guy is waiting in the bushes, right? Louisville, I'm so glad that I saw a young white male playing around with that fried chicken before I saw the rest of the videos. Because if my delegation had saw that young offensive lineman, black male, enjoying that chicken in his football clothes, I wouldn't have been able to explain it away to y'all. And my delegation would have been extremely offended about that. And I wouldn't have been able to say, hey, y'all, it's just, just eating good Kentucky Fried Chicken kind of theme. It's just like, no, Marcus. I would have had to back up, get out the way, and let you know what that would have been, Steve? You know what I'm gonna make reference to?
I'm listening.
Whoever thought it was a good idea a couple years back to have that drumstick of chicken and the shadow was a black fist in the background of the chicken.
Wasn't it like
don't say a company. Don't say a company. Do y'all realize that somebody was in an advertisement marketing room?
It's like, this is a good idea.
We're gonna I want y'all I hope y'all didn't see it, but imagine Marcus Maben sitting there.
I know what we'll do.
And see a piece of chicken with the light shining on the piece of chicken and it casting a shadow, and the shadow is the Black Lives Matter fist in the back. I saw it, y'all, with my own two eyes, and I said,
somebody
went. Somebody
perfection. Put it out. Tweet it out. Tweet it out.
Stop drilling, you hit oil.
Honey, honey, they ran with my idea. It's going to be a winner. That got through a board, Steve.
Oh my God.
That got through a board.
There was a focus group.
No, it didn't. That guy went rogue. There's no way. I'm not putting that on any company. That guy went rogue. It was like, tweet it. He held somebody at gunpoint. It was like, tweet it.
It'll
tweet it now.
Trust me.
It'll work. Yeah.
Do you trust me?
Yeah.
Do you trust me? That fist and that chicken. They'll love it.
They'll love it.
Louisville football. Thank you for being equal opportunity with everybody.
It was awesome.
Now we can all enjoy fried chicken as one.
We can.
That's one united States of America and Louisville football program.
That's awesome.
Rolling along, middays with Marcus Maven on 939 The Ville.
Spring is upon us, and that means change. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of Remax Alliance. And this spring, he wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A to Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Play ball!
Welcome to Louisville's premier baseball training facility, Smash Zone. Smash Zone Baseball offers the latest in high-tech baseball and softball training in a comfortable environment and convenient location off Plantside Drive. The team at Smash Zone Baseball loves helping kids develop their skills and confidence by offering you lessons, cage rentals, team rentals, power hour, hit sessions, and camps. Get your kids off the couch and into the game. SmashZoneBaseball.com.
It's out of here!
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's me, your old pal Fun, checking back in. Listen, we gotta get back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. What do you say? Blasting out of the barn on Thunderbird, high-speed splashing on Cheetah Chase, and this summer, they've got a mind-blowing drone and fireworks show every night for 6 weeks. Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Come on! Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
I'm attorney Darrell Isaacs, the Hammer. When someone you love is the victim of a wrongful death, it's a terrible tragedy. At Isaacs & Isaacs, we're ready to get your loved one the justice they deserve. There are strict time limits to file a wrongful death claim, so please go to WeWin.com today.
UPS is hiring warehouse workers, package handlers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying up to $21 an hour and offer great benefits, including 100% paid tuition, plus housing for some with our Metro College or Loop programs. Shift your team, shift your future, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference. upsjobs.com.
Yeah, it's that good. Fair Nose Pizza. Good taste, happy face, your place, my place. What's gonna make you happy? It's the
a difference a few months can make. Come have a beer, bourbon, or a glass of wine at Grateful Head Brewing. As weather warms up, walk on up and enjoy our patio and friendly staff as we welcome what will be one of the most exciting off seasons to basketball and football. We are proud partners of ESPN Louisville and can't wait to serve you. 2 area locations, Grateful Head Highlands and Grateful Head Middletown. Online, gratefulheadbrewing.com.
Miss anything for your favorite shows? Head over to the GE Appliances Podcast Center on ESPNLouisville.com.
How many innings does your air conditioning system have left in it? You're about to find out with the stress of summer heat upon us. So do what we do here at the station when there's a problem. Call DFH Company. They're fast, they're good, and they're reliable. Throughout the month of June, when you buy a complete Trane system, receive 18 months financing and be entered to win $1,000. It's hard to stop a Trane, so call DFH 968-6222 or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Visit dfhcompany.com for complete program eligibility, dates, details, and restrictions. Subject to credit approval. If you want the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits, go to Liquor Barn. Or better yet, have Liquor Barn bring it to you. Download the Liquor Barn app, visit liquorbarn.com, or call your local Liquor Barn store to schedule your pickup or delivery to get what you need to stock the bar. If it's your birthday month, make sure to visit liquorbarn.com for the Pappy Birthday promotion, where you might win an opportunity to purchase a bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. Liquor Barn can help you bring the celebration to your cookout, tailgate, or game watch party. Liquor Barn, where Kentuckians go to celebrate life.
An official broadcast partner of the University of Louisville, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville.
This is Bob Valdano. As some of you know, I have stage 4 leukemia. Thanks to 2 new medications that are both less than 5 years old, my progress has been good and my prognosis is strong. Those medications only came about because of research funded from people like you. My late brother Jim said, I need your help. It may not save my life, but it may save someone you love. This research is doing just that. We created Kentuckiana Friends of V, a local 501c3 organization that works in close cooperation with the V Foundation to fund research and preventive initiatives locally, right here in the Kentuckiana area. Won't you consider helping us in that quest? Sign up for an event, volunteer, or just make a donation at kfov.org. You really do help save lives like mine. That's kfov.org.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer? 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services. Y'all must have forgot Roy Jones.
Oh,
Find the clean version.
Oh yeah,
because you that song just made me want to hear it.
Yeah,
Roy Jones.
yeah, that kind of
yeah. You know, what I'm saying?
yeah. No,
it just made me think of that, and I was like, I got to hear it. Just please find that. While I remind everybody,
I get it.
That temperature control is one of the most valuable resources, especially now, one could have. And if you agree with this sentiment, then DFH Company is most certainly the company for you. Simply dial 968-6222, or you can even look them up online at dfhcompany.com. Make sure you look into the Mitsubishi mini split like the one we use here at the 93.9 studios for the hard to heat, hard to cool room in your home. Again, 968-6222, or look them up online at dfhcompany.com. I don't know which one's worse.
Somebody's calling for the chair of shame.
I've already. That's what I did during the commercial break. I have something called the chair of shame. And Nikki, have you heard of the chair of shame?
I don't think we've done a chair of shame since I've been here. Is this like a penalty box?
It's on the night show. Yeah.
Okay,
it's the total penalty box, right?
Okay.
So the first candidate of the chair of shame was whatever company decided that piece of chicken with the fist as a shadow was a good idea. That was chair of shame volunteer number 1. Number 2, speaking of uncomfortable subjects, Nikki, Jerry Rice did a commercial, Nikki, where he had a Popeyes chicken helmet. Okay, Nikki?
Okay, that sounds awesome.
Okay. Nikki, on the mask, he had a spinning piece of chicken as the face mask.
Okay, now it got a little silly. It might have jumped the shark there.
Oh, God. And again,
I thought he was like eating out of a helmet.
I see no issue.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Other delegations don't have to be sensitive to this, right? It's just something we can't have. I can't have the greatest of all time with a spinning chicken face mask.
No, yeah, that's
yeah, like listen, y'all can talk about how great it is. We can't. It's just one of those things. So yeah, that's definitely Jerry Rice gets the number 2 chair of shame of all time.
Yeah,
degrading.
I think the steel shot there is probably worse than the
just because of his
commercial. Just because his
all right, I'm pulling this up here. Can we play it? I mean, it's free advertising, but we're hating on it.
No, absolutely not. I will have no parts of that on the show. But you can play that Roy Jones if you found it. Because I have to hear it now. Is it clean?
I think he knows.
You think who knows?
Nick.
To have it clean?
Think he cares?
Sometimes. Sorry, y'all. I need a couple of seconds of this.
This is good.
You want it? Wow, I didn't realize we were doing a Roy Jones deep cut. My bad.
Steve, what did I ask for?
Roy Jones.
Y'all must have forgot.
No, you just said give me that Roy Jones. I would have went to that too.
I said y'all must have forgot.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You said
You back me up here.
You said give me some of that Roy Jones. I would have picked that song too.
That's not true.
I would have.
I said y'all must have forgot.
No,
y'all only heard Roy Jones.
No.
You know what? I might have been like, y'all must have, but I didn't realize that was the song title. Like, I might have been thinking that you were saying, like, you guys forgot about Roy Jones. I mean, so that.
Maybe so. That could be possible.
That might have been on me.
I would have picked. I would have picked that
bit.
song too, though. Like, I thought that was what you wanted. I'm with Nick on this one. I'm like, yeah, no, yeah, it was good.
I have a Dickens of a time finding a clean one. Give me a second.
Okay, yeah, that's not important now. Look,
damn it.
They picked the perfect time. Okay, so Steve, other things that happened this weekend. We had a reevaluation of our basketball team again.
Yeah, we did.
Now, okay, listen. I got it off my chest about the way people were just deciding that any player that comes out or any last minute flips or anything that happens, they can't help.
Right.
Okay. So we're just barely a tournament team.
Mm-hmm.
At the most, we're barely a tournament team. There are no more guards that can help us.
Mm-hmm.
They're just, just warm bodies. I got it out of my system. Not going to go back to it. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then I got a chance to get a reevaluation.
Okay.
Reevaluation. Now, I'm sure, Steve, most people have heard of, the pro-ams that go on in big cities. LA, you got the Drew League, New York, you see those videos, Chris Brickley's gym, you see good, you just see a lot of good working out going on all around the country, good summer leagues. A lot of good basketball players around the country in good summer leagues. And when you have referees and a little bit of organization, the safety and respect for each other is there. Back in my day, you used to have to go to some very questionable places to get some good creativity in summer basketball. And you had to balance that fine line between, getting some wiggle to your game and being safe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, these summer leagues, these organized summer leagues provide some comfort, some respect for the game, and some safety. So we got a couple little things that came out of that. But first, let me take the phone call. Kurt, thanks for joining us on 93.9. What's on your mind?
Marcus Rummage, what's up, fellas? Hey, Marcus, you did request it. Roy Jones, I must have forgot multiple times. You did.
That's fair. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you for backing me up.
Oh, yeah, that's number one. But number two is the question I want to know is, maybe I know it or not, is anybody communicating with U of L compliance, the NCAA, about Louisville's position in playing in the postseason?
We'll talk
Do
about
they
it.
know? Please do. I would like to know. I'm not hearing any definites on it, so I'll hang on with you guys. Talk.
Appreciate the call.
The best pound for pound is mine. Hit Gracie Harris with 4 hooks at one time.
I gotta be honest, I've never heard this.
You've never heard it?
No, that's why I said.
Me neither.
I'm backing Nick, but then Nick's what Nick said, I'm like, might be right. Because you could have said, y'all must have forgot.
The right was the left I stole from a Gamecock. Y'all must have forgot.
I want you to hear me.
I must have forgot.
Okay.
Dude, that was awesome.
I'm glad y'all never heard it.
No, that's why I say when Nick said, well, maybe you did say it. I'm like, yeah, maybe he did.
But I was saying, okay,
I've just never
interpreted me saying y'all must have forgot.
I had never heard it, so we
bad.
probably just digested it as like, because when you said Roy Jones, like I was like, oh yeah, I didn't know he made another song.
See, y'all must have got was first.
Okay,
and then once it was kind of successful, he was like, I'm not throwing another one out there, because the y'all must have forgot.
Yeah,
everybody's like that vibes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So and I think he did a great job describing every great moment he had.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
2 things. Did that not make you kind of miss boxing in like the late 90s, early aughts? The last time. I mean, look, there's fighters now like Errol Spence, Triple G, occasionally Canelo. I mean, there's compelling stuff now.
Yep.
But man, Roy Jones Jr., Glenn Robinson. I'm sorry, Antonio Tarver, freaking. I mean, B-Hop. I mean, that was a fun time.
I know.
I got into boxing at the tail end of that. My boy Arturo Gatti, may he rest in peace.
Yeah.
Mickey Ward.
I mean, because like right now, you're like, what's the best fight you could put together? I mean,
it's just so poor scheduling, man. It's like, I want to support the boxers' rights to, to choose their path, or be independent contractors. But then I want to go to these organizations and say, no, y'all got to take the power back and make these guys fight
because they don't like you missed out. Like, for instance, there was a while where Wilder versus Joshua would have been massive.
That was going to be the one I was going to go to.
But then they fooled around, back and forth, boom, 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 and then Fury beats him.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, now I don't care as much about that fight anymore. Like, whereas I would have loved to, I would have paid for that fight, and it's like, I mean, because Fury and Wilder at the first time was like, okay, the rematch was like, all right, but.
And then he wore too heavy an outfit and got tired.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I actually believe. And that's not an excuse, but I could see that being a factor.
Oh, I mean,
comes out in battle armor.
Wilder's just, dude, Wilder just has the best interest. I mean, when it comes out, it's like, just win by J-Rock, dude, and he's walking out in this big thing. It's like, dude, he's the man.
It's a production.
I know.
And getting to the fights are production. And now you got these exhibitions. Now you got,
I know.
The Jake Paul thing's going to last until he gets knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest with you, sucks for a purist of boxing, but it's like,
I mean,
I'm probably the most compelled by them right now.
I'll tip my cap to him. He's putting in the work. But I'll give him that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still a side. Oh, if he does get knocked out and then he keeps doing it, I'll actually, I know he'll lose half of his list, fan base.
Then you'll start cheering for him.
But I mean, a little bit, because then it's like, all right, you're actually boxing. You're not.
Yeah, I mean, because Mayweather's fights were always kind of big, but then they kind of started to. You knew the game, with Mayweather. But I do agree with Nick, man. I miss some good boxing, man. The names,
the Roy Jones. It kind of it's kind of fun. Okay, so
a visitor on campus today. Basketball.
Is he here today?
Mm-hmm.
Is he here today?
Yep.
You were telling me that too.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was here today.
Fabio on campus. So that's good.
All right. Should I be ashamed that I didn't know who Fabio Basili was until Friday?
No, you shouldn't be ashamed.
No, not at all.
That's the point. The point that you didn't know, Nikki, is the point that I was making about all of this. I don't want to have to rehash that, Steve.
Right.
But in every single town across the United States of America,
Jerry World,
there was
just Jerry. I'm being a wise ass.
Every town had a little point guard. I'm talking about every region, every high school region has a player right now. In the last 6 months, he went from being a point guard to a forward.
Mm-hmm.
Newsflash. Young, testosterone-filled young men hit their growth spurts all over the country.
Most of us, Nick.
Hit growth spurts around the range of 15 through 18.
Yeah.
Right? Most hit them at 15, 16. Some hit them 16, 17.
Yes.
But there's a lot of young men who hit growth spurts at 17, 18.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what happened, Steve?
I'm listening.
They go from being a 1-star recruit because they were 5'8".
That's right.
To a 5-star recruit in 6 months because they turn into a 6'5" point guard now.
Sure.
Then their body starts catching up. Now all of a sudden they can jump a lot higher. There are a lot more of the tools in the bag to work with. Then guess what? Smart people who can see these things and know what to keep an eye on will bring them into their campus at the University of Louisville on Monday, June 20th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And they will have to listen to people say, well, I don't care who he is or what he's done. If he's not on one of my lists, if he's not on the list that was put together by
whoever on 3.
Nikki,
who interviewed a kid out in California and forgot Louisville. And then he did an interview 2 days later with 247. I was like, yeah, Louisville's one of the favorites.
Nikki, there's this On 3 thing, right? We've been kind of paying attention to them, right?
Right.
And that's who bought KSR or whatever. So we've been paying attention to their recruiting rankings. It was kind of a little joke, like every player that's going to Louisville is always, if you want to find his lowest ranking, go to On 3. It's been holding up pretty legit,
pretty good
with our experimentation.
And
right?
the big ones are what? There's like 4 now.
There is no big. There's
247.
They're paid for. They're bought and paid for.
Yeah. Rivals, ESPN, and On 3. Which one do you give the most stock?
We use them as an analytic, and that's it.
Which one's like your CNN, the least
that.
biased?
The next one that pays
Wait
me.
a minute. Wait.
I know. That was bait. I was just trying to get stuff.
It's like, what the hell did you just say?
Yeah, they're quote unquote on my side. Yeah, no, I would put them up there.
So, Nikki, there's a kid who's speaking very favorable to the University of Louisville. We had a guy on this show that we were debating, did he accidentally slip up and say this kid was going to be going to Louisville? You remember?
Yeah, rhymes with Mason Ford.
Yeah, right. So, On 3 interviewed this kid, right? Steve brought it to my attention, named 5 schools that was on this kid's list. Now, keep in mind, we just had somebody damn near leak that he was going to Louisville, right?
Mason Ford.
So we see this list, or Steve sees this list and says, Marcus, we're not even mentioned as a potential landing spot, right? 2 days later, Nikki, this same kid does an interview with 247. Guess the first name that's brought up by the kid? University of Louisville. So along with the
must just forgot.
Y'all must have forgot.
Yeah, must have just forgot. It probably slipped their mind.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
So we're just paying attention. Like I said, we're not in bash mode yet, just yet, right? So when we say recruiting rankings or recruiting groups, like, you have to appreciate there's some self-interest going on.
Sure.
Right?
Uh-huh.
Nikki, you could take 2 seconds and see this kid could play. Anybody with eyeballs, 2 seconds.
Oh, you type his name in, and immediately there's video of him rocker stepping Brandon Boston into next week, taking Bronny James, like,
on the next play,
putting up 30 some on Sierra Canyon. Then there's. Then you scroll down
instantly.
You see him at Pango's All American, averaging
wasting
20
people.
Yeah, it's like
wow. Listen, and Nikki, when I say wasting people, okay, Caleb Glenn wastes people physically.
Mm-hmm.
He just looks like he's playing harder. He's more aggressive, dunking harder. He's doing this. This guy's wasting people like chewing bubble gum and just, I'm gonna make you look stupid out here, kind of wasting people.
So to way oversimplify it, and like Caleb Glenn's baby Trez, and he's like baby Russ, maybe.
No, because Russ plays with effort too. I would say he's more like, who would you just highlight wise? Who would you say he wastes people like?
Well, you're thinking about that.
You know how smooth D'Angelo Russell kind of was, like looking really effortless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying they're not the same kind of guy. This guy has a lot more wiggle, but just kind of like cool, like nobody's taking his basketball from him, and he's
it's silky,
very, 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 very silky. He's very natural. But again, we're talking about a guy who just grew 5 inches. Then it's like, oh, you got him listed as 6'2", Marcus. Then a picture comes out of him standing with Mike James.
I know.
He's at least Mike James size, right?
Yeah.
At the very least, he's Mike.
Yeah.
So then I realized, Steve, either our entire team is short, or y'all know what y'all talking about.
Yeah, or he just
maybe Mike James is 6'1".
maybe
Sydney 6'3".
There's a government cover up.
Yeah,
we have a middle school team.
You know what? Kenny Klein, and all the things I love Kenny Klein for, he never accepted any kind of bribe or any kind of my complaining. I'm like, Kenny, I have to. Listen, Kenny, I need those extra inches on my media guide.
Yeah.
Kenny he never let.
That's all I want.
Yeah, that's all I want.
If I was 6'5", 6'6",
everything that Kenny Klein has done for me in my life, I'm gonna just hold it. You know how they say people always remember the one thing you didn't do? Kenny, just one day I was like, Kenny, I can't believe you didn't give me an extra media guide 2 inches. Would have changed my life, Kenny.
Right.
Who we got on the phone?
I actually said LaMelo Ball. That's not bad.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
We got Jerry. By the way, LaMelo is like one of the players that I've done a complete 180 on. I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I did not like him at first. I like him.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're willing to do 180s.
Yeah. I did.
Did his dad bother you?
Yeah, but I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, but
Jerry, welcome in.
Hey, good morning, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Let's have a two-part question real quick. It's beating around the community and around town of some of the scenarios situations going on with the University of Louisville men's basketball program. As far as I heard of a conversation about the kid from Johnson from Oregon had an interview with Kenny Payne, and the interview went very well, but the kid asked about a question about the NIL, and Kenny said, we didn't discuss that. We heard about the culture. Then Kenny Payne came from, Coach Cal and Oregon and NBA. Kenny, you know how this game goes, you know how the business goes with these kids. And the other question is that why not talk about it? Every coach talks about it. Why is everybody that I'm hearing from the community and from University of Louisville dancing around that conversation?
Jerry, I appreciate the call. I'd love to address that question. Jerry, I assume you haven't listened to the show much this last month, but for a couple of reasons, if that's even true. But it's a legit question. This is Kenny Payne's first year at the University of Louisville. Kenny Payne has made it clear in his first year, it's more important to have a culture of kids who want to wear the uniform first and foremost, that are putting their team and stuff first. And yes, Kenny Payne was at Kentucky. The reason I called it KCD, Kentucky Choke Day, is because you could see when kids started thinking about the money and putting the money in front of their basketball and couldn't just lock in on the basketball, knowing the money will come if you lock in on the basketball. I believe Kenny saw the same thing. I believe Kenny knows that a lot of the late season, if you'll allow me, choke jobs came from guys getting too caught up in the money. So worst case scenario, let's just say worst case scenario, you may miss the tournament because of sanctions. That's the worst case scenario. Wouldn't this be a perfect time to get a team full of players who'd rather be here and not be worried about the money? Because when you need to build a team and you don't want to bank on winning the tournament your first year, culture's more important. So do you think, like, when you ask that question, do you think Kenny Payne just decided that he's going to rewrite the book on how to recruit in college? Or are you saying, hey, for this team and this program, I think the best way is to establish that this is not the money school. This is a school where you have the potential to earn, a lot of NIL deals if you put the basketball first. There's no better way. There's no other explanation than prioritizing the university first. Listen, one of my favorite digs over the last 10 years is to dig at Cal, who, has guys come through there that don't share the family love for the program. To watch them go to pros and say, I'd follow Kenny Payne before I follow Kentucky. Y'all have seen it. I enjoy throwing in my digs here and there about it. We've experienced that. You know how you change that? You know how you make sure you get your family right at Louisville? You teach the culture before you teach spoiling kids. Happy post-Father's Day. Quick commercial break, middays with Marcus Maben on 939 The Ville.
I'm former Louisville basketball player Luke Hancock. When the NCAA tried to take away the Most Outstanding Player award from the 2013 tournament, I got it back thanks to Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is the personal injury firm that fights for the people, and their team treats clients like family. Morgan & Morgan changed my life, and if you've been injured in a car crash, at work, or in a slip and fall, they may be able to change yours. For a free consultation, dial pound law on your cell phone. That's pound 529, offices Louisville.
Now that sports have officially kicked off, there's only 4 things missing from your playbook. 4 pegs. Looking for great smoked wings? 4 pegs. Looking for juicy barbecue and award-winning chili? 4 pegs. If you're just looking for some cold crab, tap, can, or bottled beer, 4 pegs. And the best part about 4 pegs is it's right around the corner at 1053 Goss Avenue in Germantown. So you better get over there fast because the word is spreading. And while you're over there, be sure to ask about their food truck and other catering services.
Please leave a message at the beep.
Hey, it's me, your old pal Fun, checking back in. Listen, we gotta get back down to Holiday World and Splash and Safari. What do you say? Blasting out of the barn on Thunderbird, high-speed splashing on Cheetah Chase, and this summer, they've got a mind-blowing drone and fireworks show every night for 6 weeks. Tickets are still at holidayworld.com. Come on! Oh, the kids want to say something. Go ahead.
Download the ESPN Louisville app. Search ESPN Louisville for streaming, podcasts, and the latest program schedule.
This is Sports Center.
Good morning. I'm Nick Valvano. The Sports Center update brought to you by UPS Jobs. UPS Jobs is now offering up to $21 per hour for part-time package handler positions. Learn how you can graduate debt-free. Apply today. UPSJobsKY.com. Starting on the greens, I guess. Yeah. U.S. Open won by Matt Fitzpatrick. However, U of L alum Adam Hadwin finishing tied for 7th, shooting a 1-under. St. X alum and Justin Thomas tied for 37th at 7 over to the diamond. Milwaukee completes the sweep of the Reds, winning 6-3. It got started early with a Rowdy Tellez RBI double.
Into right center field. That's going to get down and roll all the way to the wall. Yelich could walk home if he wanted to. Tellez turns first and jogs into second with an RBI double. And the Brewers with an early 1-0 lead.
The Redlegs, they'll start a series with Perrins Dodgers tomorrow. The Bats, they beat Durham in a series finale, winning 5-4. They start a series with the Iowa Cubbies tomorrow at 7:05. On the pitch, Racing drew with Washington 2-2. Lou City, they top Orange County 3-1. More middays with Marcus Maven next. I'm Nick Valvano. Trying to time this out. This is Sports Center.
Want to be part of the show? Hit us up on the Bet Rivers Sportsbook Twitter feed at 93.9 The Ville.
Spring is upon us, and that means change. But one thing that shouldn't change is who you call for all your home buying and selling needs. Call Josh Jarbo. Josh is a licensed realtor and the broker owner of RE/MAX Alliance. And this spring, he wants to make your home buying and selling process as efficient as possible by offering a guaranteed sale program and instant offers on commercial listings. And if that wasn't enough, up to a $5,000 seller's credit by mentioning you heard it right here. And if you're looking for financing, Josh can cover that too. His new mortgage brokerage, Motto Mortgage A2Z, has licensed loan originators that can take care of all your financing needs. So don't wait any longer. Contact Josh Jarbo at 502-216-7590 or Josh Jarbo at remax.net.
Each office is independently owned and operated. NMLS number 2256125.
UPS is hiring warehouse workers, package handlers in our Louisville, Kentucky hub. Our warehouses are team settings where everyone truly has each other's backs, and we work together to deliver what matters to customers and communities. We're paying up to $21 an hour and offer great benefits, including 100% paid tuition, plus housing for some with our Metro College or Loop programs. Shift your team, shift your future, shift your life. Visit upsjobs.com to apply. That's upsjobs.com. Make the shift, make a difference. upsjobs.com.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
When you're looking for flavor, there's only one place to go, Wing Zone. We have 17 delicious flavors to choose from, including our all-new hot garlic. Wing Zone has daily lunch specials for only $9. Wing Zone is also currently hiring for full-time and part-time positions in management. We offer competitive wages and flexible scheduling. Please stop by any of our locations to learn how to become a part of the team. Wingzone.com. You got it.
You're listening to 93.9 The Ville, powered by Isaacs and Isaacs Injury Lawyers. WeWin.com.
Good luck. Okay.
Sounds good too. Sounds good on radio.
Right.
Yeah.
Great radio.
Bro, this
pipes.
guy has the best pipes of all the producers.
Oh, I
It's
know.
like Magic Mike.
So get ready. Get ready for some commercials, Jason.
He's good.
So this is what we do, Steve.
Yep.
I kind of started to go down that road a little bit.
Okay.
Reevaluate my team.
Okay.
I know you're not allowed to do this with a negative environment.
Right.
But in a positive environment or a trained eye environment,
Yeah.
you can say, hey, let's get a little summer evaluation for our basketball team.
Okay.
In the Smith League. Can you tell somebody something about the Smith League, Steve?
Yeah. It's basically a pro-am. You talked about it earlier. It's a pro-am that's run out of Cincinnati every year about this time. You get former college players, overseas guys, current G League guys, some current guys on some NBA rosters.
Right. Okay. It's the Summer League. Highlight. And yes, I say highlight. Jalen Withers.
Yeah.
Back and forth through the legs about 4 or 5 times.
Mm-hmm.
Blows around his guy baseline, punches it.
Yeah.
Then he recovers and blocks somebody attempting to dunk at the other end.
Yes.
On that play. It's very dangerous to block dunks in the Summer League.
Yes.
Especially when there's a camera there.
Well, and there's a lot of highlights going around. If you follow in the Smiths League in general, there's a lot of highlights of people getting punched on.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of athleticism in this league. Carleek's just out there killing them too. He's and watching Car League, it just always makes me want to like go back to when I was saying, hey, this kid has game on any level, y'all.
Yeah, you Radford Warrior. It's like, no, you can watch him. He can play, man.
You can just watch him.
Pretty
He can
good.
play. Like, shut up. So anyway, Jalen Withers blowing around his guy.
Yep.
Punching it and blocking dunks. Then see Sidney Curry.
Yeah.
Terrorizing the inside, right? The inside of the paint. Looks like he's playing very aggressive. And y'all remember when Sidney started turning the corner?
Yeah.
And you could see him almost start dancing at first. And then once he started like, okay, I'm getting the ball on these plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then he started getting and ones. Look, at first he was doing a litgetting shoulder shrug. And then you would see him bounce once or twice. Like, okay, he's developing his swagger. And then he went just full, okay, this is my team, and I'm getting ready to put on a show for everybody. He's running to the light.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not running from the light at all. So Sidney Curry is in full dance mode, entertainment mode. I want the world to take note of who I am right now. Right?
Yes.
He's really in that mode. So I see Sidney Curry pulling that. I see Jalen. I haven't seen any L. Ellis highlights, but I did see he was up there in the Smith League. I didn't see anybody else. But here's the thing. When I say reevaluate, this is just what happened. I said, my baseline forwards, my baseline power forwards are Jalen Withers and Sidney Curry.
Yeah.
If we were playing a team that had Jalen Withers and Sidney Curry, we, just listen, hey, let's just say you put them on Boston College, right?
Right.
We'd be like, yeah, we're going to have our hands full with them too. But, blah, blah, blah. That's how we would start.
Absolutely.
So then I said, okay, you got those two are just my baseline. I know they can play.
Yeah.
I said, okay, now you got Rose. Now you got Brandon Huntley Hatfield.
Yeah.
I just had to say that out loud again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then I said, okay, I got two young guys.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Two young, high level 4-stars. Here. I still got my bowl of Clay and JJ.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, yes, listen, I do understand the guard play, but how do you jump past
Got Mike James?
And Mike James. Yeah, right. How do you jump past all of that and only be able to talk about your guards?
Because, Marcus, every year in June, you make me, and maybe this is just a blind spot for you, but you make me remind you in the local media, summertime is 101 reasons why Louisville will fail.
Oh, yeah.
That is what local summertime media is, man. I mean, listen, it's so let me tell you why you jump past that, because everything you said is reasons why maybe the team won't be total butt this year. Will they win a national title? I don't know. But maybe they could be decent. But you jump past that and you say, reason number 74, Ellis could strain his quad. Reason number 75, Ellis could break his finger.
He could get in foul trouble in the first 3 minutes of the game.
Right.
Mike James cannot be able to handle
Bless
the
his heart. I heard, I think it was Blankenbaker on the other day was like, well, yeah, but then if you get into where you don't get these guys and then DJ Wagner ends up somewhere else and then this, and I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'll worry then. If every single thing for the next 3 years goes wrong, I'll start to worry. I mean, if I'm on the way home and a meteor comes in and hits my car and it doesn't kill me, but it destroys my car and hits my house, then it's going to be like, well, I'm probably going to have a rough day and, I'm going to figure it out from there. Or maybe Marcus, I'll just drive home and I'll get home and I'll have a nice little day.
I want to do the housekeeping. Allegedly, we had a IARP meeting on Friday. As per usual, they have to have their team conference about how did it go, what's going to happen. You don't have any information, you don't have any decision. You have to wait till. Listen, I'm sure the Freedom of Information Acts from the local media will be dive bombed towards the University of Louisville. Like, dare they not have information and not go straight to certain publications?
Right.
You better run this information straight to the local media, because we will have a Freedom of Information Act, a paperwork, Denny Crumb rolled up program ready to stab you with it.
You just, I think most people forgot it was this weekend. You just don't care, I think, is the issue right now. I mean, you just don't care. I mean, after the way, I hate when I have to do this, like, because it sucks. But I mean, when you start to break it down and you're like, since 2015, we haven't been back to the second weekend. We've only played in 3 tournaments since then. We've won 1 tournament game. The best team we had, they canceled the tournament
the day of the tournament.
Yeah, the day of postseason. So it's like, I think Louisville fans are kind of like, hey, man, I don't want to set this year out. I don't want to. And I'm not so sure we will. But if we do, it's not the end of the world the way it felt in 2016.
Okay, tell me where do you give me a percentage.
Hey, Nick.
Hey, yo, dude, what up?
Hey, no. Did you sleep mine in the fridge?
What? This?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you didn't leave mine in the fridge?
No.
Oh.
Sorry. There wasn't room in there for the macchiato you got me from. Oh, wait, that's right. That's right.
There was no macchiato. That was the payback that he warned you about.
That was great. No, he wins.
I gave you an aha. I'm
wins.
up one today, man.
This tastes
not great. You can say it. They're not a sponsor. We're out of focus, so I had to kind of.
It's not phenomenal.
Make do.
It's not phenomenal.
Steve, give
Less than great. It's okay.
But you win. You win. That was good. That was great.
How do you feel? Okay, today
we taught you well.
What's the punishment today, Steve? As you feel today, on June 20th, what is Louisville facing?
Probably. I don't think they do a tournament ban. I don't. I think they get hit with other things, but I don't know. But then again, maybe you say, well, it's the we have to punish them harsher because and you say, okay, well, they get a year tournament ban, but I don't think you get more than a year. I mean, so I'm just not worried about it because a year tournament ban doesn't scare me.
Okay. What if I told you this? I think it's going to be extreme either way. And this is this is June 20th.
Yeah.
Either you get nothing or you get everything.
Sure.
Which is a nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get nothing or everything.
Yeah.
Or,
we never saw him again.
And that is the story of Jason. 93.9. Nikki, you go ahead and hit us. Listen, I don't think we get a tournament. I think we get. Actually, Steve, I don't think we get anything.
I can understand what you're saying.
I think we get some.
Just do it extreme either way. Like either they hit us with 2 or
I think we get a harsh talking to and a new staff. And I think they use Louisville as the example that this is the new NCAA. It's the new NCAA. We punish the guilty. We don't punish the university.
Yeah.
Kenny Payne, move on.
I just think fans are over it, man. I just think it's like, don't scare me.
And people, just so you know, if y'all try to go extreme on Kenny Payne, I will say it's outside influences doing it.
Sure. If you want World Wide West and those guys knocking at your door, that's on you.
Light threats.
That's on you. Yeah.
This is why you go get Kenny Payne.
Yeah.
So World Wide West, if there's anybody who has influence, it's him.
He's like,
Worldwide's gonna be singing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think the majority are over it. I'm looking at the YouTube. The majority are over it.
Yeah, that's why you just don't get any juice out of it, man.
So yeah,
trust me, you squeezed all the juice out of that locally that we could for years, and now people just don't care.
Stephen A. Smith has the champagne goggles. He wanted to be a basketball player so bad, didn't he?
Yeah.
Nikki, play us out, please. I can't. Start changing the channel. If I got to look at these, I'm hating mainstream sports on television. This is getting worse and worse. Come on, IARP. Leave us alone.